This is just a short little review on these cool weatherproof LED strip lighting. They're multicoloured changing. They're RGB fittings that come with a remote control, infrared remote control, which allows you to change colours. These were purchased off eBay. They cost under $30. It's a 5-metre reel of LED strip. The LED strip's really cool. It's cuttable after every third LED. Just see if we're going to have a bit of a look here. So there you can see little LEDs. This is an LED, this is an LED, this is an LED. This little section here where you can see the little line through the middle there, that's every third LED along. There's another one here, there's another one here, and they're your cut lines. So you can cut the LED strip on any of those lines at any point along here, and it won't affect the running of the LEDs. So you can cut them to length to pretty much whatever purpose you wish to do. The LED strip does come with an adhesive back. Just sort of focus this here a little bit for us. It does come with an adhesive back. It comes with this little connector here. This connector plugs into this driver. This driver here, you've got the connector at the top here, and then this little thing here, this is the infrared receiver, and just on the back there, just a standard power adapter. This LED strip that we bought actually comes with a power adapter. It came as one kit, so it came with the driver, the LED strip, and the power pack. What my use for this is going to be, we're actually going to install this at the front of our house above our garage door. We're going to hide it behind a little bit of 18x18 beading, and you won't be able to see it from the street, but it will create a coloured effect on the door shining down, which I'll set it up so that we can switch it from inside the house through a light switch. These fittings, the driver as well, something that's probably worthwhile mentioning, they do have a memory, so whatever light and setting you have the light left on, when you turn the power off to it again, if you turn the mains voltage off, not using the remote control, so if you turn it off via the use of a light switch or such, it will actually remember what you had it on, and when you turn it back on, it will come straight back on again. The only thing that I can think here that may be a problem, obviously depending on how you're going to install this, is this plug top on the end here. It wouldn't be too hard to cut this off, however, and do a bit of a solder job if you needed to get it through a smaller hole. Otherwise, like when I install it at the front of our house, I'll have to cut a hole big enough to fit this plug top through to plug it in inside, because I'd want to hide this little infrared receiver here on the driver inside the ceiling with the power pack, so that you don't see it at the front. I'll just turn this on here, we'll have a bit of a look at it. This is the remote control that comes with the LED light. So you've got a few buttons on the top here. I'll just turn it sideways so it fits a little bit better. At the top here you've got the power button. You've got a pause feature so that if you can, if it's fading through a certain colour and you like that colour, you can hit the pause feature and it will stop it on that colour. These here are the dimmer up and down. You then have your standard RGB white. So red, green, blue, white. These are some variations that are preset. You can push any of these buttons and the LED strip will turn to that colour. And then down the bottom here you've got quick, slow, auto, flash and fade. You've got a few different fade varieties down the bottom here, and jump varieties. These DIY buttons and these up and down arrows here, they don't seem to do anything on this particular model. I've pushed them and they don't seem to have any effect. You can't program any certain colours or features as far as I can tell, and didn't come with any instructions either, but that doesn't bother me because there's plenty of variety for what you can choose to do. So I'll just turn these on here. Try and set up a bit better focus here for us. So this is the LED strip in operation here. Let's try and pick that up a little bit better. A little bit hard to tell because of the brightness here. I might actually try and turn the dimmer down, see if it makes it so that we can see it a little bit better. So this is on fade at the moment, it's changing between colours. You can choose red. This is red. Let's try and set that up a little bit better. There we go. This is green, blue, that's white. You can change through colours such as orange, different variations of blue, purples, light blue. That's a pink one just there. If we have a look at quick here, and just leave it for a while. There's a flashing effect. This is another flashing effect. This here is a fade effect. So this fade effect will just change in and out between the different colours. And slow fade effect. Yeah, using these up and down buttons at the top here, the dimming up and down buttons, you can actually change the speed of the fade. So if I push it a few times, it will actually make the fade in and out fade at a faster speed between the different colours. And alternatively, you can push the dimmer down button, which will slow down the fade and make it go slower between the different colours, so it will stay on the colours for a longer time. Really cool. You can turn it on and off via the remote control. However, like I said earlier, it does have a memory, so if you were just to leave it on the remote control, and if you were going to plan on switching these through a light switch on the wall, such as we'll be doing, it will remember that it was either on or off. So when you turn the power off at the light switch, it will go off, and then when you turn the power back on, it will remember that it was on, so it will come straight back on again. The other thing that I can think is the adhesive strip on the back of it. I'm sure for some purposes it would be okay, but for me, who's going to be mounting them to the soffit under the eaves on the front of the house, out in the weather, I don't think this adhesive strip will really suit it. What I'm probably planning on doing is just using some cable clips that you use when you're installing any normal type of electrical cable. I'm just going to fix these, you won't see them, and obviously with the LEDs being so far spaced apart, it won't be too hard to just put the clips over the middle of the cut line and you won't affect any of the light output. These operate on 12 volts DC. The remote controls generally tend to work up to about 10 meters range. This variety is a weatherproof strip. You can purchase these strips in non-weatherproof varieties. There's just a plastic film over the top of it, like a moulded plastic, creating the weatherproof seal. Over this 5 meter strip there is 150 LEDs. Once again, you can get different size LEDs too. However, these ones here I think will serve our purpose out the front of the house quite well. I think that's really all there is to say about these. They are very cheap. I think there would be absolutely numerous situations where you might be able to use these. You could use these as helmet lighting in bulkheads inside your house if you wanted to, shining up onto the ceiling or down underneath benches if you wanted to. The options are really endless and they're really cool. They're very cool. They don't, like literally cool, they don't get very hot at all, which is good. The only thing that I can think of, which has also been a little bit of a problem, is this little proprietary connector thing here that we looked at earlier. It does come apart very easily. I think it's just a bit of a bad design. There are two little arrows here too. I'll just see if I can focus in on this a little bit better. You see those two little arrows there at the bottom? Those arrows need to line up. It is polarity sensitive, obviously. If you don't line those two arrows up, for example, if I turn that over and put that back together so the arrows don't line up, as you can see the lights aren't on. Turn it back the other way, plug it back in, works fine. So like I said, you could get over that by using solder and soldering the connections. Alternatively, I think what I'll end up doing as well would just be put some sticky tape or rubber bands around it or something like that. Alternatively, you could use something like silicone, I suppose, and stick it together. But really cool light. LEDs are getting pretty popular, which is great because they're coming down in price. Yeah, highly suggest these fittings. Numerous uses you could find to use them, and definitely worth consideration. Thanks a lot. Bye.